Hello, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a wrap up. In past years, I've picked like my top 20 polishes that were released throughout the year or my top collections. And this year I decided I just wanted to do a recap of everything that we looked at this year. And we're going to just kind of keep it short and sweet. I'm going to go through the seasons of collections from mainstream brands. We're going to talk about my favorite collections from each season, your favorite collections from each season based upon your comments to my videos. For the most part for this video, we're going to be talking about mainstream polish and what I think were the best polishes of the year. So let's go ahead and get into it. Moving through the year chronologically, we're going to start with the first mainstream collection I reviewed this last year. And that was the OPI Spring Collection. And you guys really loved this collection. And it happens to also be my favorite spring collection that was released from a mainstream brand this year. And I am going to show you like the full collage here for each collection so you can remember what it was like. And then for some of the collections that were more of my favorites, I'm going to swatch like my favorite polish out of the collection. So right here, I'm swatching Sage Simulation. This one had that beautiful multi-chrome shimmer that just added this really yummy glow to this already beautiful color. So that was my winning collection for spring. The OPI collection was, in my opinion, the best one. Next is Essie Swoon in the Lagoon. Essie just has a really wonderful cream formula. All year this year, they did great cream formulas, tried a few shimmers. Some of them I loved more than others, but you know, they just have their standby cream formula, which is what this swatch is going to share with you. This one's called Ripple Effect. But all in all, I don't think Essie got the top marks for me from any collection this season. But I really did love everything, but nothing was like a standout. Like, this is the best. Orly's first collection this last year, it was called Impressions. And two-thirds out of this collection I like. The nice, bright, pretty colors, but the formula wasn't the best. So this one didn't make it into the tops for me. Next up, we have the Essie Spring Collection. These ones are kind of like chalky, bleached out pastels. They had a great formula. Your comments to these polishes were that you thought these were a little too subdued for spring. I'm going to swatch my favorite one from this collection. I did like this collection. I felt like this one from Essie in combination with the other spring collections we got this year, it did give you something that's a little bit more subdued. This one is the yellowish green called Sing Songbird Along. But I felt like it was complementary to some of the other polishes that we got for spring. So not my favorite, but I did like all the formulas. Zoya's Natural 5 collection. This just isn't my cup of tea. The formulas are all gorgeous. Zoya did a great job this year with formulas. Released some really beautiful cream shades and some fun shimmer and hollow things, but the Natural collection, I just have so many neutrals. It's not something for me personally that I really need more of right now. Next up is the China Glaze Spring collection. I remember when I was first doing my live impression of these polishes, I thought, well, this is really fun. They've tried a lot of different things here. And from the comments, you guys really appreciated that too. You thought they were really fun colors, excited that they tried different shimmers and microflakies and things. But this collection didn't really cross the finish line for me. I didn't love a lot of the formulas. And so because they weren't as easy to use, it just didn't kind of get up there as far as like the OPI Spring collection. So it did have a lot of interesting things, and this one was my favorite. This is called Bloomphoria, and it does have those extreme shifts on the shimmer, which I thought was great. Okay, I did review pretty much all of Morgan Taylor's polishes this year. This is their spring collection. They have a lovely cream formula in here. That bottom right-hand mauve gray is so beautiful. I'm going to swatch a different Morgan Taylor cream coming up in a bit so you can remember what their formula is like. But this collection was kind of forgettable to me because nothing was really too exciting. Now on the opposite spectrum, these colors all look really exciting, but the formula was not my fave. as you're looking at these polishes right here, you're probably thinking, oh, wow, these look really great on. Maybe I needed some of these. But just believe me, the formula wasn't fun. And I got them to look good right here, but it wasn't a very fun swatching experience. I did only review that one collection from Sally Hansen this year. I reviewed all of the Color Club this year. This was the first one of the year, and it was all reds. And I thought that they were all gorgeous and different enough from each other. But if you already have been collecting a long time like me, you maybe don't need a whole collection of reds. This was the Hot and Heavy collection. Next up, we have Zoya's Spring collection, and I really did like everything in this collection. I felt like they were all, for me personally, colors that I would totally wear and love. It didn't top the OPI Spring collection for me, but I thought that it was great. All of their cream formulas were just outstanding. Was that purple one the one that was matte? I feel like they released a couple purples kind of similar to that. I'm going to swatch that deep bluish indigo called Tyler. This one was my favorite out of the collection, just really, really yummy. And there's also a hollow shimmer combo in this collection that was notable, which we will see come back into play at the end of the year. Next up, I reviewed the Color Club Ride or Die. This is the Spring Summer Transitional collection. It actually looks more fall, and I really did like all of these colors. I thought they were gorgeous. My favorites were those top reddish orangish shades. This collection had a mix of jellies, crellies, and creams, so a bunch of fun stuff to work with here. It's just at the time that I reviewed this, I wasn't really into wearing these colors yet. This is like my ideal fall end of summer kind of look. So that one was it was good. Next we have China Glaze. China Glaze really did lot of crazy things this year. And the craziest was the Jurassic World collection. You guys actually liked this collection a lot more than I did in the comments, because you guys were really hype on the fact that they had all these different kind of formulas and they tried a bunch of different things. But a few of the polishes were just like kind of flat out fails for me. I'm swatching my favorite one out of the collection. I really like this one and the like burnished red with the yummy shimmer. This one is called You Should Know Beta. And yeah, that one was just like, it was interesting, but I didn't love it. Next is the Orly Pop for Summer collection. These were nice bright shades. It was kind of unmemorable though for me. And you guys in the comments, you guys liked this collection a lot more than I did. I was just kind of like, okay, Orly. And perhaps it was due to collecting polish for so long, but these ones just weren't super memorable to me. This is my runner-up for best summer collection this year. It's from Morgan Taylor, and this is the Clueless collection. It was a large collection, as you can see. We had some fantastic bright shades, lots of creams. There's some shimmer and there's glitter toppers. So I feel like they gave us a really comprehensive collection. And a lot of these shades I was really excited to wear for summer. And the fact that their formulas for their creams are just so good really pushes Morgan Taylor and a collection like this like right up to the top for me. This is my favorite polish out of the collection. She's a classic. It's a one coat neon pink cream that is absolutely fantastic. If you can get your hands on it, you will love this. It's wonderful. My favorite summer collection this year was from OPI. Great job, OPI. This collection is full of shimmers and microflakies, which is what made it really interesting for me this summer and made it my favorite, because I feel like OPI, kind of in the same vein as Essie, it takes itself really seriously and wants to put out stuff that people are going to want to wear from salons and things, and sometimes they don't try things like this. But they tried it here and they were all basically successful. This one that I'm swatching is Feel Bluetiful, and according to the comments, you guys really loved these too. So yay for OPI so far. Next, we swatched Essie's summer collection, and this one felt pretty basic for me again. The creams are really nice, but there were a couple colors in there that I was just like, And my favorite out of the collection is that Electric Swamp shade down at the bottom. It's not called Electric Swamp, but it probably should be. It's called Tropic Low. That's the one I'm going to swatch. That was a very diverse polish, though. A bunch of you in the comments said that you really didn't like it. It was my favorite, but I like things that are really different, especially from Essie, because they have a fantastic cream formula that we know. They're just like a standby for that, but they do release a lot of polishes that look similar to past years, and so that's why that one was my favorite. This is my favorite Moonshine Manny collection from 2022. This was the the villains collection. We did a collection for princesses, hero princesses, and then we did the villains, and this one was my very favorite. And so I'm just giving a little shout out to some Moonshine Manis, some polish that I created this year. The next mainstream collection that I swatched was the Zoya Pink palette. And as this is a collection full of pink polishes, this one is totally a pass for me as far as like, would I wear these shades? I love that bottom middle shade. However, if you love pink polishes, you will love this collection because all the formulas are wonderful. There's even a shimmer there on the left. But for me, just personal preference, I was just like, wow, gorgeous formulas, but I don't really need these. Next up, we have China Glaze Summer. And this was another miss for me. It's a Dippin' Dots themed collection. And that bottom neon blue has a great formula. But the rest of the neons, they added some micro flaky and shimmer to it that just made the formula a wreck. I did not have fun swatching these. They were streaky and I had a hard time leveling them. Also, that top left glitter is good. Super densely packed. That one was a pass for me, but a lot of you in the comments really loved it. Next we have Essie Handmade with Love, and I swatched this with the Crystal Clear Intentions trio, which you can see on the left. That was like an Ulta exclusive. I liked this collection and these two collections. The themes were pretty. That shimmer on the left was my very fave. This collection was, again, just for me, Essie this year was just like, okay, we have some pretty shades, but nothing that's just screaming out to me, you need these polishes. This fall collection from Orly, we're kicking off fall, and this one was my favorite fall collection. So yay, Orly finally comes through with fall. Look at that weird green in the top right-hand corner. It is so weird, and for that reason, I love it. I also loved that shimmery bronzy red. Oh, I loved all of these, you guys, but I'm going to swatch that top left-hand corner. This one's called Metamorphosis. It's a deep teal with a really lovely contrasting shimmer, and Orly pulled it out for fall. So I was so happy to see them make it to the finish line with a collection ahead of everybody this year. The next collection I reviewed was Essie's fall collection, and I did really like this collection. As you can see, it's split into two very wonderful fall classic shades on the left, two interesting neutrals in the middle, and then two summer transitional shades on the right, and they all had a perfect formula. It didn't quite make it to the top for me, but I really did love this collection from Essie. Okay, we are on to the OPI Fall Wonders collection, and although this wasn't my favorite, I did really like this. One of the reasons it wasn't my favorite for fall was because there were just too many neutrals in here for me. I wanted more to play with. The one that I'm going to swatch is my favorite out of the collection because it is really different. And when I read the comments, you guys either really loved or really hated this, as I figured you would. A lot of you loved this collection as a whole a bit more than I did. I mean, I guess I just get a little bored by neutrals after collecting for this long, but this one was really cool. All right, this is the China Glaze Vain Villains Halloween collection. When you look at it like this, it looks gorgeous. It looks like, why isn't this her favorite fall collection? Well, the formulas were a little streaky. The indigo on the bottom left was my favorite because it had some lovely shimmer, but there was just too much in here that I thought, I really don't need this kind of polish. Like a matte white polish, I can just use my favorite white and add a matte top coat. All right, Morgan Taylor's fall collection is called Plaid Reputation. Again, here we have a full collection of gorgeous formulas. However, this collection was a little boring for me. The two neutrals were not interesting neutrals for me. As a person who's collected a lot of polish, this didn't appeal to me personally. But if you're just getting into polish, that was a great fall collection. The Zoya Metallic Dreams and Cafe Creams collection, the metallics are all the three on the left there, and they were really great. Some very strong formulas. That pink in the middle was definitely a standout. But then with the Cafe Creams part of it, I wasn't into it. It was a little bit boring for me. However, that's just my personal preference. The formulas were all fantastic. This next full collection of neutrals is the China Glaze I Don't Give a Sip collection. It has a coffee theme. I was just feeling inundated with neutrals that weren't something that I was wanting to express myself with this year. Some of the formulas really weren't my fave. So that one was a pass for me. Okay, we are on to holiday collections. This is the OPI holiday collection, and this was my favorite holiday collection of the year. We are actually going to have one more fall collection. Apparently, I reviewed this one before the last fall collection. I think they did a great job with this collection. There were a variety of formulas, exciting colors. The one that I'm going to swatch for you right here was my very favorite. This is called Tealing Festive. And I found out after the fact that there are two magnetic polishes in this collection. The pine polish and the gold are actually magnetic. So I plan to put up new swatches of those on my Instagram because I just learned about that. But how cool. Thank you, OPI. They also gave us these 3 glitters as well, which weren't personally appealing to me, but I really liked that they offered them. So the winner for holiday was OPI. This is the final fall collection, and just look at these colors. Yes, this is what I want to see. I want a wonderful saturated cream collection. If you're going to do creams, I don't need a whole bunch of neutrals. These were beautiful, gorgeous, so saturated with color, but no stainers. This is the Zoya Classic Leathers collection. It was my runner-up for best fall collection this last year. Next is China Glaze Holiday 2022 collection. And as you can see, these are all glitter shades. Some of them are glitter toppers and some are meant to be more like a full coverage situation. This is, again, personal preference. Since this video is what I consider the best polishes of 2022, this collection was a pass for me. I just wasn't that interested in any of these formulations, but I could see how a lot of people would appreciate them for like their holiday parties that, you know, we all went to so many parties this year. This is the Morgan Taylor I Want to Dance with Somebody collection, which I feel like was a total miss. That red is fantastic. That gold is beautiful. The purple is very pretty, but the rest of the colors were kind of a miss, and this is a collection inspired by Whitney Houston, so I was a little disappointed with what they chose to put out for that collection. This is the Orly Futurism collection for holiday 2022, and I loved it. The colors are all this kind of frosty, not too frosty though, shimmery, glowy shades, very spacey, very cool, and I loved them way more on than I did just looking at them in the bottle or online. Okay, so we have the Zoya holiday collection here. The top 3 are glitters. The bottom 3 are deep, sexy, like multi-chrome shades, but with shimmers that contrast to the base colors. This collection is my runner-up for holiday 2022 because they gave us a lot of glitter and shimmer if that's what you're into, and then they gave us these 3 fantastic one-coat vampy shimmers here, and I feel like they just complement each other so nicely. I'm going to swatch one from each of the 2 sets so you can see. I really like this one. I'm not so much about the glitter, so these 3 darker shades were my preference. That's Clarice. I'm going to swatch the more purpley, shimmery glitter combo. So what Zoya did with these is they have a shifty shimmer. They're in jelly bases, so you can layer them up as toppers or wear them on their own. And then there's tons of hollow glitter in there as well. I'm showing you how it layers up as a topper. So really a lot of fun that you can play with this collection. That's Tamaya. That was my runner-up. Essie's holiday collection is called Wrapped in Luxury. This is another great color story, which I really loved. Just, it wasn't like overly memorable. Any holiday collection that just throws in a Goldie Bronze and throws in a Christmas Red. However, I did like it. It just didn't push itself up to the level of excellence that I was looking for and like interest, like really interesting things for my top collections. The final collection that I reviewed in 2022 was Color Club's Holiday Collection, and this collection has 12 glittery, shimmery polishes. So much hollow, so much shimmer. If that's your jam, this is where it's at. And that green one in the middle, Perfectly Pisces, was the best one. So beautiful. All right, so that wraps up 2022. Let me know in the comments, did I miss something? Was there some favorites that I glossed over? Was there a collection that I didn't review this year that you really wish that I reviewed? Whenever you see a new collection launch that you want me to review, you can definitely DM me on Instagram on my Phoebe Moon 14 Instagram account. You can leave me a comment down below. You can come over to the Moonshine Manny Facebook group, and you can leave me a message over there. There's lots of different ways to contact me, but I want to review the things that you want to see. So thank you for joining me this year. Another great year here on YouTube in the nail polish community. Thank you for supporting my channel throughout this year. Thank you for joining me for these reviews, leaving your positivity, your comments in the comment section, and thank you for joining me for all of our Saturday live videos too, and bringing your beautiful spirit into this community each Saturday together as we hang out and just goof around and have fun and enjoy nail polish. So I wish you the best 2023. I will see you back for more nail polish reviews in the new year. Take care. Bye.